back then, I'm gonna lie. Bro, cause you grew up back then, you know, about the 90s was different with it, bro. Like everybody was really getting it done back then, I'm gonna lie.
Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakodash. Also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from, and peace and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. Back at it with another epistle, man. Prophesying the downfall of Babylon the Great and the destruction of 2/3 of the nation of Israel, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. I came across this short post. It says, which era was the most dangerous to be outside? And you have Jake and all the so-called eras. You got the 80s, 90s, 2000s, all the way up to now. And come on, man, it's just lot to dig through here, man. If you just look at these images, you can just see how destroyed our people are. But of course, the old comment section, so much so I had to make a comment on it. But I'm just looking, checking the temperature of the people, man, through the spirit. Everybody's saying all these comments. The 80s and 90s was money making, unaliving seasons. Late 80s, they was unaliving everything, moving. 80s to '05. No, okay. I don't agree with them, by the way. I think it's now from damn '08 to whenever we'll talk about it. But the issue is, if that is true, man, oh man, we got to be at the end of the world. If you guys are saying that y'all have been unaliving at this rate since the motherfucking 80s, and we know that this unaliving thing go way, way, way back, man, to damn Cain and Abel, okay? And this evil eye towards your brother will bring that out. But man, oh man, if y'all are saying, and the people that saying the 80s and 90s, more than likely they are people who were teenagers and YNs of in the 90s, man. So they're biased because it looked a certain way. Hell, I'm an 80s baby. I grew up in the 90s in a gang infested environment where it looked like Compton in Georgia. Macon, Georgia, Google it. It was one of the first cities in Georgia that they some California dudes actually came and ended up in Macon and put a damn gang down there, and it was spread like wildfire. And I was a little boy in Macon, and it was scary, man. I'm talking about, it looked like Compton. It was gang shit all on the wall. I would see these gang members with their bandana, just like that picture in the 90s, man. It looked just like that. No cap. But the reason why they're saying that, I believe it is because of the culture, if you will. Men weren't on that funny stuff like they are now. The way that it looked in the 90s, the music, it was a lot more just masculine overall. So that's why they're saying it. No way, buddy. If I don't, I mean, the numbers, because the numbers are insane from the 80s all the way up to now. It's pretty much the same, brother. But what separates, okay, what's happening now, you ignorant motherfuckers that want to, first of all, we'll get to that. First of all, let me say, all these comments is ignorant as hell. And you could probably bet your bottom dollar most of these are coming from our people. But you can just see the spirit of our people is just ignorant as hell. As if they're boasting in all of this death that is taking place in our captivity. Nobody's speaking out against it. Everybody's kind of like in a yeah, it was worse in our era. We had more death in our era. No. We had more death in our era. What the hell is wrong with you people, man? All right, but the separator, y'all know, is the social media. It's no way. What they're saying, the reason why a lot of these people are saying it was more dangerous in the 90s, because there was no cameras. There was no cameras. Exactly, ignorant ass nigga. There was no cameras like that. We live in a freaking society where we are in a surveillance state, and these niggas are still doing it at a high level. So much so, we have seen them unalive people on Facebook Live, etc. They will make songs for millions and millions and millions and millions of people to see and know exactly who unalive. How do we know about all this Chicago stuff unless they got on camera and made these songs and all this shit, and now we know all this. Even so-called King Von, everybody know he was an unaliver. You didn't know that shit in the 90s, man. They will make a song and boast in it. That is the separator, motherfucker. We are living in a time like this earth has never seen before, like the Lord said, because the 80s and the 90s wasn't like that with the social media. Dumbasses. And I'm checking these numbers and I'm saying yes, it was especially in those gang infested places like in like Chicago and California in the 80s and 90s. I looked at some of that shit and it was damn near more dangerous then, but it didn't, all that gang stuff didn't quite spread out to its full strength yet. It was starting to spread out in the, the late 80s and early 90s like that, all throughout Babylon the Great. Now that's not the only reason Jake just be doing, but that whole gang culture, kind of specifically what we're talking about with the unaliving included, it just has to be. I said it was from '08 to now. Whenever they started when Chief Keef came out and they started actually rapping about unaliving, it's no way. This is the most dangerous time to be outside because they can find you anywhere. See, in the 90s, and then we had to have a map, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Then you had to have a map to go find out where your ops at. Now, I mean, they're just on social media all day, and you damn near liable. I mean, it's so many cases where nigga get on Facebook or get on live and unalive you. We've seen it. Like there's a bunch of videos with people being unalive on camera. It wasn't like that in the 80s and 90s, my boy. That's what makes it dangerous, the most dangerous time now. And this is all in relation to prophecy. The Lord said this was going to be a time like the earth has never seen before. We ain't never seen our young men unalive and boasting it on the camera for the whole world to see. It used to be they unalive and try to hide they dirt, dumbasses. You know what I mean? Stupid, man. Our people are stupid. Don't bring that out, man. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. See, somebody got that spirit, the right spirit. This is the most dangerous era to grow up. In at least the 80s and 90s, we could go out exactly. And nowadays, the kids don't even go outside, dummy. Do you know how packed the streets was in the 80s and 90s, my boy? Even in the early 2000s and one era, hot sauce, all that. We was outside all freaking day. It's no way the whole Babylon the Great was as dangerous as it and weird because the kids are gone. It's like a ghost town, but where they are at, they're outside via social media, dummy, and it makes it 10 times worse. Stop being biased, all right, about fucking wickedness, Jake. Stop boasting in wickedness. Let these young niggas have it. Let the words of Yahweh Bahashim and Yahweh Shai be true. This is a time like the earth has never seen before. It got worse and worse and worse, and so much so that now we know all the unalivers. I mean, you know what I'm saying? All, but we know so many people supposedly that are unalivers of our nation, man, walking around the earth, man. Just niggas, I mean, it's insane. It is insane. All right, so let's get to these precepts. But I was just looking at all those comments, man, because it was hard to catch an unaliver. 80s and 90s, no cameras. 90s like crazy. Come on, bro. Like, who you get? They're all just biased, bro. Because again, they grew up then, they were there, they seen it, and they saw like the way that dudes dress had a lot to do with it. It just looked a lot scarier. Now we live in a society where we don't know who. These dudes are, the skinny jean era's kind of going away a little bit, but during the hype of that shit, it was skinny jeans and niggas in dresses doing unalive. So that's why they say it, which in my opinion makes it 10 times worse. We used to get unalive by a nigga in a Dickie suit and a bandana on his face. Now you will get unalive by Jake in a dress and a wig. No cap. They'll do that. Not saying that even they're trying to be funny boys. They'll do that as on some disguise stuff, man. We seen it happen. Nigga dressed up like a female, man, to unalive you. Come on, man. Y'all wasn't doing shit like that in the 90s, man. Y'all was Dickie suit up, man. Come on, man. These kids are crazy. They're way worse. And the thing about it is a lot of young. I mean, if you just check out some of that drill, I've dug deep, jumped in down a rabbit hole a couple nights and looked at some of that drill stuff. A lot of more obscure, groups and things like that don't get a lot of views, and it's just sick. It's sick. I mean, they're young. These niggas look like they're about 12, 13. Talk. The dude say, I ain't gonna get on here and just start dissing like we ain't lose one of our mans. Like, oh shit. Like he just went in from there. Like some little, oh man. It was blowing my mind, like all that drill stuff. I'm talking about it everywhere in Nebraska. Them niggas look like they was in Nebraska or something. They look crazy. It's crazy. It's no way, man. But I said all that to say this, man. If it's been that much unaliving that they're saying that the 90s and 80s were dangerous, more dangerous than now, What the hell are we finna experience, man? In relation to prophecy, if the Lord said this was gonna be a time like the earth has never seen before, let Jake tell it. He done seen everything. All right. I mean, that's the pride of our people, especially when we talk about the elders. That's why they so puffed up because of their age, and you can't tell them nothing. They're set in stone. What they say? The scriptures say, conscience seared with a hot iron. You can't tell old people nothing because they think they've seen and done everything. You haven't seen and done nothing. You've only lived a few years. How long did the people live back in the day? 500, 600 plus. You're a baby. This is the last days. The Lord cut time short, and that's a part of it. Not just the literal what's happening now with prophecy and literal time speeding up, but the fact that He shortened our days upon the earth, man. That's good. You know what I mean? We wouldn't want to live no 600 years in this crap, man. All right, so the fact that we averaging what 60, 70, and we're out of there as so-called black and brown people, you know what I mean? And plus with the cancer, it's making it shit. It ain't looking good, man. Let me get to these precepts, man. Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish. Who? The Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. They have not known me. They are sottish children. And that means, foolish. I got it in the Edom. Yeah, foolish. All right, stupid. Our people are stupid. That's why they boast in unaliving instead of saying, this is effed up. This is effed up. Make your point, but don't be wicked like you're boasted in it like that's normal. Do you realize what you idiots are saying? Do you realize what we're talking about? The most dangerous era? That sounds sick if you really think about it. We're comparing what era or what decade we were most wicked towards each other. It's sick. That goes back into the Lord's people being sottish. You 2/3 of the nation of Israel are stupid as hell, and they have none understanding. Absolutely not. They are wise to do evil. They know how to do it. Just like they boasting that, oh, we know how to do this in the 90s. We know how to get away with this in the 90s. Just like they saying we can get away with unaliving on the camera here in the late 2000s, man. They are wise to do all this type of evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge, man. Yahweh Shema Shai got his prophets out there telling y'all to repent from this shit. We get on the woman behind, but look at you ignorant niggas. We get on y'all too. Is you both gotta go. You 2/3 men, you so-called men, you 2/3 so-called women gotta go because you're coming in this sottish spirit and it's compromising. And we're tired of it. Yahweh Hashem Hawashai is tired of it. How could you boast in this shit, man? It's sick. And again, I grew up and I know how scary it was in the 90s being in a gang infested environment. Still, I got to say it's way more because again, you don't know who. You knew what a gang member looked like. You don't know, like, these niggas be so weird dressed and stuff, man. You don't know, you know what I mean? We got to get out of here. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy. And we'll look at one of these curses of why our people do that to each other, though. So the Lord placed these curses upon us. And he said these curses will befall us if we disobey his law, statutes, and commandments, which he did. So this is one of them in which we're going to read. Deuteronomy 28:54. So that the man that is tender among you, that means a young man, and very delicate, young in age, young in the mind, okay? Not seasoned, not a grown ass man. His eye shall be evil towards his brother. And that's that's even going into within the tribes, the northern kingdom versus the southern kingdom, black versus brown. That shit is big. That's having an evil eye towards your brother. But even within the tribes, you already know it, and it just gets worse from there. Even within the tribes, man, that gang banging stuff. Our brothers, young men have an evil eye towards their brothers so much. You got to give it to them. Our young, and I don't care what nobody say. I'm gonna speak true. They're fucking warriors, dog. It's just they're warriors in wickedness. Who's out here warring but them in the military? We're not. I used to, been in the military, but Jay, we're not out here shooting, taking cover. They are. There are these motherfuckers have been in a full fucking war since the 80s. Non-stop. They are in war, taking cover, like, and they're really doing it and have been doing it. Gotta give him that. But you know, man's going to other Lord. All that's really from Yahweh Shema Shai. It's really the Lord doing all that unaliving. There are nobody that got bodies. There's no serial unalivers. No, the Lord is a serial unaliver. Man, he's the one that bring death and destruction. Man, you should know these things. You err not knowing the scriptures. You err not knowing Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So the reason why this stuff is happening and the reason why, hey, the Lord is letting it be seen on camera is because we are in fact coming into a time like the earth has never seen before, and you're gonna see a lot of stuff, and the Lord is broadcasting it all. So so ultimately prophecy can be believed, man. And that's why it's important to be a watchman and listen to the watchman. The watchmen are on their post talking about everything, not just like shit to do with the government, but we're lining things up that's happening on the earth, and we're filtering it through the scriptures, man. All right. uh and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. This baby daddy, baby mama shit that we deal with. This is a part of a curse. This is an actual curse. This is the actual spirit that the Lord let fall upon our people. This baby mama, baby daddy, feminist. It's okay to have the dude out the house now because we can get a check culture. It's all by design from Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. And then he let the crafty council commence via Esau Edoms, and it destroyed us even more. You know, then they brought us, what was it, hip hop, then rap, then gangster rap, then drill music. And then we don't know what the hell it's going to now. Probably just know it's a series of sounds and beeps. You know? Let's go to the book of Second Timothy 3:2. So let's check out the characteristics of these last days. Hey, we'll start at verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, man, horrific times, for men shall be lovers of them own selves. Facebook, social media, okay, Instagram, TikTok, everything got to be broadcasted. Even the what's it slogan of YouTube? What is it? Broadcast yourself. Now we do it in righteousness, man, and it's all from the Lord. The Lord, the one that created YouTube for real, put it in the hearts of man to do so this word could go out. Covetous, and here's the real point of these last days: boasters. They're boasting in unalive, and they're boasting in wickedness. Our women are boasting in being whores. That is an actual spirit that will befall men in the last days. They're proud. All this in social media is spearheading that. It's a catalyst for all the pride. All right, it's a vehicle for all the pride to be carried out throughout the earth, man. Blasphemers, disobedient to parents. That's a big one. We hearing all of these news articles about all this unaliving happening within families. Domestic violence is on the rise. The Lord said it, a man's foes shall be they of his own household, man. The Lord is not a man that he shall lie. Stand the fuck by, you ignorant ass, wicked ass Israelites. It's finna go down. Unthankful, especially towards Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Scriptures speak about receiving benefits and have not known the Lord. These are our people. And what type of benefits? I don't care if you're rich. If you are eating one morsel of food in the jets or on the streets and homeless, and you have not given thanks to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, motherfucker, you unthankful. All right, you shouldn't have it. You shouldn't have a morsel of food in your mouth. You shouldn't have a roof over your head if you don't say the water Yabashima Shah every freaking day. It's not that hard. The water Yabashima Shah easy. As soon as I get up, done with it. Done with it. You see how easy that is? It's people of our nation right now that have received benefits, went on trips, then went everywhere, then in nice cars, nice home, updated kitchen, luxury apartments, you know, all this and that, and have not said the water Yahweh by Shema Hawashah a day in their motherfucking black ass life. Okay, stand by. Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, and even our women are like that, very fierce. Despisers of those that are good, they hate the prophets, they hate Yahweh Shema Hawashah. Traitors, heady, high-minded, and we'll see that spirit of a traitor when our own people turn their back on us because we told them the truth, and they seek to persecute us like they did Malak Yahweh, call Halam Malak Yahweh. Heady, high-minded, people think so high of themselves, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of Yahweh Shema Shai. And that's why the Lord taught us, man, hey, it's better to go in the house of mourning than a house of feasting. Okay, mirth, folly, playing around, not taking not taking a low, not taking things seriously. This is serious. The scripture speak about the Lord being an austere man. That means serious. And so we coming in the spirit of the Father and the Son, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, having a form of godliness. And that's pretty much the spirit of our people, because they have a zeal, right? They have a zeal. They know that the Lord exists, and they kind of know that they're doing wrong. So they have a form of godliness, but guess what? Denying the power thereof, man. And the Lord tells us from such we turn away from. So it is what it is, man. We see it and we're just gonna get away from it. Pray that the Lord protect us, and we're just gonna stay away from it, because these 2/3 are out of their freaking minds, man. Go to the book of Matthew. Well, let me go to Proverbs first, and then I'll go to Matthew, and then ought to be it. Real straight to the point, man. Just, staying in the spirit. Proverbs 2:12. I mean, I could bring that out, but I thought it was something else. Who lead the preservation of walk in the darkness? Dang. Oh yeah, okay, Salakia. There's really 14. Oh yeah, I'm tripping. Proverbs 2:14. Who rejoice to do evil, okay, and delight in the forwardness of the wicked are people, man. Hey, the book of Proverbs, man, it gives us wisdom, instruction, all right, so we can stay away from the people who rejoice to do evil. And the scriptures speak about not following a multitude to do evil as well, man. So look at our people. And then again, going back to that damn comment section, man, it's as if they're boasting. See, look at this shit. Hey yo, 90s, let's go. And again, this is about which era of our fucking captivity was the most dangerous to be outside. This is ignorant as hell, man. This is ignorant as hell. And everybody's kind of boasting in their own era. And nobody's like speaking out against the wickedness of it. Like, damn, I said something about it. But they say, hey, a crack here, crow, yeah. Oh yeah. But again, man, yeah, that crack era was something serious, and it did have a lot to do with a lot of unaliving. But again, the peculiarness of what's happening now is the fact that it's being filmed and people are boasting in it. So much so that y'all did that shit in the 90s, right? You wouldn't dare let nobody know. That was like a code. That's when all that no snitching shit was really real, huh? In the 90s and stuff like that. Now, like I said before, they'll just make a song and millions of people will know what they've done. They don't care. It is completely different. That is what we was just going into in 2 Timothy. Boasters, man. The Lord is not a man that hates shall lie. That is an actual spirit that's on people. They're gonna boast in wickedness. That's why you see our women twerking all over the shit. They're boasting and being a whore, shaking they breasts and shit all over the planet Earth, man. Snail trail. That's disgusting. God, that's disgusting. All right, so Matthew 24:21, and we'll leave it off at this. And the Lord's disciples, of course, turned apostles, inquired of him and asked him, what shall be the sign of thy coming? Okay, and the Lord did answer them. But I want to go all the way down to 21. For then shall be great tribulation. So this is what we speak about when we say the great tribulation. It's because the Lord called this a great tribulation. Okay, so this is a sign of the Lord getting ready to come back. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. We've never seen our brothers boasting and unaliving, because we didn't have the technology to do so, dumbass. This is, in fact, the time like the earth has never seen before. The scriptures speak about the two witnesses being, slain in the streets, and the whole world. How you think that's gonna happen? And we do know the two witnesses, the southern and northern kingdom, northern and southern kingdom. Okay, how you think that's gonna happen, man? So that persecution to be, televised, man. Somebody may film us getting locked up and stuff like that via the cell phone. Okay, so Just stand by. This is a time like the earth has never seen before. Thus saith Yahweh Shema Shai. It says, not since the beginning of the world. There's been a World War One. There's been a World War Two. There's been unalive. Yeah, there's been gang shit. This is something different, man. This is something different. And I mentioned, yeah, you knew what a gang member looked like back in the day. These dudes are just dressing like whatever, and there's, you know what I mean, skinny jeans and sequence jeans and all that sequence shirts, and they're sequence everywhere like Jake tripping. And now he's just getting, now he's starting to wear some ill fitting shit. They're back on the big baggy clothes. Now they're trying to bring that back. It's all fucked up. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. um so again, and I leave it off Matthew 20, 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened. So that's why you see the Lord speeding up time literally. That's why you see prophecy come to pass. That's why them boys finally went on ahead and crept on up in Iran. That shit, Lord willing, I mean, it could die down or it could crank back up. Lord willing, it crank back up. It ain't reached its full strength yet. You know what I mean? It's building up. It take time to go to war, man, and for it to really build up to you know, some real deal. It's affecting everybody's shit, and it's starting. But we ain't seen nothing yet. And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. So the Lord is doing this. Why? But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So for his will and to save his hopeful elect away from all these idiots, man, the Lord got to speed up time. He got to speed up these events. He got to let the spirit of wickedness manifest on you 2/3 and the rest of you idiots on the earth, man. All right. He has to wake up the prophets. They have to do their job. They have to edify daily. All right. They have to go out on the highways and byways. That is a sign. When you see the prophets, that is a sign. Everybody is denying the power thereof, whether they're false prophets, man. It's so many. They ain't never the word. Fuck out of here, cuz. Fuck out of here, cuz. Y'all ain't never, the world ain't never seen all these damn whether they're the real deal, and we pray to be the real deal, starting with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. The world has never seen all these people out on the highways and byways like that. Stop the cap. And that's the spirit going back to the elders, man. I've met some people in my family, you know, my uncle generation, and they say the same shit. People been saying the world gonna end. You know what I mean? Even my father, I remember he mentioned them Hebrew Israelites, and I can remember about the time he's a what 60s baby. So he's seen, like, you know, he may have seen Abba Bivens then. But yeah, he's seen the Hebrew Israelites. Whoever was on the scene, like at some time during the 70s, man. My daddy seen him, and you know, he just had that same spirit, not knowing what's going on. But um now this is a time like the earth has never seen before. Now there's prophets all throughout the four ends of the earth via the internet for sure. But here in Babylon the Great, the most, and not just Babylon the Great, the Lord got prophets out on the highways and byways and other places, man, for sure. You got brothers, yeah. But most part, hey, this is where the most of our people were put in captivity here in Babylon the Great, the so-called USA. This is Babylon the Great, spoken of in the Bible throughout in the book of Revelation. Okay, so we're here, we're seeing how terrible it is, and we're prophesying the downfall of this place because we believe in our power. Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, the Lord is not a man that he shall lie. All right, we're rocking with the Lord. He's getting ready to destroy this place. He's gonna destroy you wicked gang banging niggas that boast in unaliving, man. He gonna destroy you wicked women that boast in being a whore. He gonna destroy Esau, Edom, and his descendants, man. He gonna destroy Moab, Ham, all the rest of these punk ass nations, man, that had us in captivity. The Assyrians, man, Japheth, everybody. All right, everybody. Elam, everybody had a part in our captivity, all right, in our hardship. So the Lord is a righteous power. He's going to repay them miraculously. All right, so with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Till next time, Shalom.